What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Diction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today I want to discuss the new tournament camo for Tournament Series 8, as well as some different changes for this tournament mode within this new update, because there are quite a bit of changes that you may not realize, and I'm pretty sure you guys already know what it is. But let's actually talk about the tournament camo, because this one is actually pretty interesting, and for a long time, pretty much ever since Polychromatic, we haven't really received another Parallax camo. So whenever there is a new tournament camo, it usually comes out within the next major update, basically every 2 months. Unfortunately, in recent times, we haven't really been able to see how they look like, or at least get the name of it within these past test servers, because they're starting to keep a lot more things cryptic, which is kind of a separate complaint, which I will talk about in a later video if they do mess up on the next test server for Season 9. But yeah, that's just that's way into the future. But yes, for the most part, we haven't really been able to see the camos, how they're supposed to look like before, we actually get the update. But it was kind of like one hell of a story when this one finally, when the update finally made its way to the Korean version, because for the first time we were finally able to see how the camo was going to look like, and it didn't really look that appealing. If anything, it was probably the worst one that we've seen yet. We thought we initially thought that this was going to be some sort of golden emerald situation where the camo just wasn't going to be good this time around. But it turns out that it was just bugged. It kind of felt really demotivating, given that we already saw the leaks at that point where all the battle pass skins didn't really look that great. So it kind of started to look like a very disappointing season. And it wasn't actually until I saw Stealth COD Mobile's video explaining that there was a mini update that happened, shortly after, where it did fix the issue. So basically, the Making Waves camo final design is actually a parallax camo, much like Polychromatic, Red Sprite, as well as Ether Crystal. So more or less, the Making Waves camo kind of received a similar treatment to how Ether Crystal and Polychromatic for a while on medium graphics stopped becoming a parallax thing. It was like a bug that it took them 3 months to fix. And it was kind of like a whole thing, but luckily for the Making Waves, this one only lasted for maybe a day at most. And from there, once it was finally seen its true form, it actually pleased a lot of people. If anything, people were calling this the blue version of Ether Crystal. And I understand why. It's more or less the same, just, it's just a more lighter version of blue. And obviously it goes with the theme, it's summertime right now, well, actually it's still... Is August still part of the summer? I think it is. I don't think it turns fall until maybe September, late September or October. But yeah, I mean, it basically just goes with the theme of Season 7. But like I said, keep in mind, it's going to be the same camo for the next 2 months. So this is kind of what we're stuck with until the next time we receive a tournament camo. I really thought this was going to be another golden emerald situation, but this one's actually not that bad. And it does have some secondary functions. I'm not sure if they did this by accident, but Making Waves also does have kind of a weird color change thing depending on I guess the color of a skin of a weapon that you're using. So for example, if you're using let's say the QXR Secret Santa, there will be red parts of the skin within the main menu and upon gameplay. But again, I don't know if that's just a bug or anything, but it is kind of a nice feature. On some weapons, it kind of looks it kind of makes a weapon look like complete glass. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. And I'm also really grateful that, COD Mobile kept the feature where you could actually unlock the milestone early before the tournament mode starts on Friday, so you could put 2 of them on a weapon of your choice. I mean, for me, I chose the Type 25. I don't know why I chose it. I just decided to choose it because I thought it looked pretty cool with the Legacy skin. But the other weapon I chose obviously was the Striker 45, so I did use that during the time I was getting Damascus, and from there, I mean, I did use it a little bit when I was doing the diamond grind. Just a word of advice for the future, just in case it doesn't let you unlock, the next tournament camo for a new weapon. Yet keep in mind you do have to unlock the weapon first in order to, get the camo for it. So before you start gold grinding a new gun that comes out, keep in mind that you could get a seasonal camo for it, just to at least keep it decorative. My hope for the future, at least for now, maybe they might have fixed the thing where, the weapons of the next season will finally be able to get a seasonal camo, because that does kind of suck. It's always bothered me. about tournament mode, where let's say you get into a mini update season, like the season after the major update. For some reason, those new weapons never really seem to get the same seasonal camo as the one from the previous season. So I'm kind of hoping that, with the Joker, we could probably get the Making Waves camo or whatever weapon comes after that, which is, again, going to be like another video because, that's another thing that I do want to discuss. But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they finally fix that. So finally, let's talk about the changes that happened within tournament mode. So yes, the leaderboard thing kind of changed so that players that don't really make it up top, the highest positions, they could still have a chance to get COD points. But I did look at the rotation wheel, what they have. It's nothing really crazy. They have like maybe like a little blueprint, as well as like like a seasonal camo that you could pick from. And the other ones are like very low amounts of COD points. I think like up to like 200 COD points, but only a certain amount of players could actually get that. So it's nothing really crazy, but just so you know, if you don't buy the premium milestone, you only get one of those little rotation things. But if you do buy the milestone, you get two of them, so you can make 2 spins. So I told you guys before, when we were talking about all the other optimizations for this game a few days back, that like you guys probably shouldn't have expected too much. And yeah, you're right. I'm hoping that I could get those little camo crates so I could, get more of these camos. So yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I really care about. But given my luck, that would probably be the more likely probability. Not every time, but at least one of those 2 spins will at least award me with one of those. So anyways, that's the Making Waves camo for you guys. I know maybe some of you guys might like it, some of you may not, but at least it's a parallax camo and not just a simple stationary camo like Gold and Emerald was. I think honestly that's probably the worst camouflage that we have for the seasonal stuff. So yeah, that's, it's something to keep in mind. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I can live with it. It's better than bathroom tiles for sure. But yeah, anyways, have a wonderful day, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.